So today we've managed to get our hands on a Hyundai Ionic. Robert Llewellyn has done a really good video recently and done a review of this car. So Robert's review was actually a really good review, so I'm not sure what more we can actually add to that really, apart from giving you just a bit of a different perspective on what we think. So we'll give it our best shot. One thing I did notice with this car when I first got in is that it's got Kia written pretty much all over it. It's got a lot of buttons and things that are similar to the Kia Soul, and the display, the sat nav in particular, is almost identical. The brochure from the dealer says this car does 175 miles to a charge. The car's actually got a 28 kilowatt hour battery, so probably a little bit unrealistic that it will manage that sort of range, but I suppose who knows really unless we fully test it. It's got an 88 kilowatt motor, which I think is about 118 brake horsepower, so I think it's fairly nippy. One thing I have noticed though is that when you put your foot to the floor and you put it through its two-stage throttle, that actually it does wheel spin a little bit till the traction control kicks in. So talking about the drive quality of this car, I mean, all I can really say is it's okay. It's not awful, but it's not amazing. It really is just okay. And I think comparing it to something like the Leaf, which obviously we've driven a lot, this doesn't have the same feel to it. It really doesn't. The other thing I've noticed is that the noise inside the car actually is quite substantial compared to other cars we've driven, even compared to the Kia Soul, which is interesting. But I mean, we know that you get more tyre noise really with an EV, but this is quite excessive, which you'll probably be able to hear on the video. In terms of size, this car is probably similar to something like a Volkswagen Passat, but inside it's roomy, it's got a really decent boot space. Not bad on size. In terms of the interior of this car, there's some bits I really like. The clocks are a digital layout, which is pretty funky to be honest, and it does look quite nice. The bit you can see from the driver's seat right in front of you. The infotainment display is okay. It works. It's similar to the Soul. There are some other good features though, which actually we talked about in one of our other videos, in terms of the fact that you've actually got real buttons to press for things like getting your heater on and just generally your climate control, your radio. You're not having to go into a touch screen and go through millions and millions of screens to get what you want. So that's quite nice, it's quite refreshing. In this car it's got some nice features. It's got 3-stage heated seats on both sides. It's also got a heated steering wheel, and it's also got an inductive charging thing for your mobile phone if you've got that sort of capacity on your phone. That's quite nice. It's got electric mirrors and electric windows all round. In terms of driver aids, in a car like this it's got everything you'd expect it to have. It's got ABS and traction control as standard, vision avoidance and lane departure warning. It's got blind spot monitoring. The seats in this car, again, I'd probably say are okay. I can't imagine what they'd be like for a long distance drive. I think they might be a bit hard, if I'm honest, and there's not much support in them. They have got an adjustable lumbar, which I've had a bit of a play with, but they're not as comfortable as the Leaf and possibly the Kia. In terms of power, it has got more than the Leaf. It is nippy. I think if you floor it, it definitely moves, but it wouldn't pull the skin off a rice pudding.
Hello, Kate has just picked me up in the Hyundai Ionic. Already got a bit of a split. I'm getting the vibe that Kate doesn't really like it. However, I do like it. The interior, I think the layout's amazing. I think it's really good. I think the build quality is good. I'm not that much of a fan of the outside, if I'm honest. I think the wheels look like they've come straight off of Vauxhall Ampera, but you can change them. I'm sure with the options you can upgrade them. But sitting inside it, I think it's really nice. It has got a real element of Kia written all over it. You can see from the infotainment system, that's come straight from Kia. It's a Kia Optima ultimately, just with no engine, an inverter, a motor and a battery. However, regardless of what we think, we'll try and give you a bit of a split view and see how we get on. Really good feature in this car is you have changeable regenerative braking. So you have two toggles, a system that we've seen on other EVs, two toggles, one on the left, one on the right of the steering wheel, and by pushing one on the right a couple of times you can turn it off to 0, so you effectively get no regen and it just freewheels. I think number one is about comparable to the B on the Leaf. That's one thing about the Leaf I think they could improve on, is the amount of regen that you can get. This will bring you to a complete stop as well, which is really good. I'd say number three is just a smidge under what the Tesla gives us.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, it is really good. So currently the car has covered 45 miles. Kate said when she picked it up she started with 118.
Yeah,
118 miles. It's on 98. She also told me she was a bit sceptical about the predicted range of 175, which I've got to say I am massively sceptical about. However, if we've driven that far and we've used 20 miles...
That's not that bad.
No, that's not bad. That's not bad. That's quite impressive. Maybe in the right circumstances it will go that far. But I think if you got a fair mix of motorway, country roads, driving around town, I think you would see realistically maybe 120, 125.
Possibly.
But so far, really enjoying it. It's a really nice car to drive. Really nice.
I'm not a fan. Sorry.
I've been giving some thought to sort of who this would suit. Now, we've only had electric cars for the last 3.5 years now, and we've got no backup of internal combustion, but we don't feel we need it because we feel the infrastructure has looked after us well enough. But this, you could easily run a family in this car. It's big enough, it's got a big boot, it's got plenty of room in the back. Kate got some pictures of her sat in the back with the front seat fully retracted, and she still had leg room. Now admittedly she's 5'6", but I think with the seat fully back, that's quite impressive. There's plenty of room in this car, really, really nice. So 118 bhp, which isn't a massively important figure. We're more worried about the torque factor, because bhp, well, that's just not the be all and end all. But torque, that's the bit that gets you going, and it's got plenty of that off the line, which I'm just about to do. Let's see what it does. Well, that was all right. It's not a Tesla, but it's certainly okay. A couple of other features that the car's got. It's got a little button down here called Drive Mode. Drive Mode will skip between Eco, Regeneration, and Sport. Sport will give you every bit of power. It drives fantastically in Sport mode, and it drives fantastically in Eco mode. It's got, Jesus, it's got a Sport button. And that is quite impressive. Did you feel that?
I did feel that.
That was really good. I mean, that was 118 brake horsepower just there. In terms of interior comfort, I think it's pretty good. Kate, well, she's going to argue this with me, but yeah, I think it's okay. I think I can sit in this for 300, 400, 500 miles. I think it'll be okay.
I think that I measure the comfort of a car generally on the numbness of my bottom. And I have a feeling that after 100 miles, 150 miles in this car, it will be numb. So I'm just not convinced. I think day-to-day driving around, I think it'd be fine, but long-distance journeys, I'm not sure how comfortable it'd be. I'm
going to disagree with that, because it went numb in the Tesla.
Yeah, but that's because we drove 800 miles.
Yeah, no, well, we're going to have to agree to disagree. I like it. I think it's good enough. So the car's covered 55 miles. Unbelievably, it's lost 24 The battery's gone from, we think, 100%. Kate wasn't 100% sure whether she had 100% at the beginning. That's a lot of 100%. But we'll base it on 100%. It's now on 83%, just dropped to 83. That's fantastic. That is incredible. The battery technology which is in this is lithium-ion polymer, but Kia, I beg your pardon, Hyundai say that the efficiency of the motor's been improved massively, and the energy density of the battery is a lot better, so it's lighter. So that might be where it's coming from. Okay, would we buy one?
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't?
Sorry, I don't. There's lots of nice things about it, but I just don't like the way it looks. I really don't.
Okay, I'm going to kind of agree with that. From some angles, I'm not a massive fan. From other angles, I think it looks amazing. It's got some really good features. It's got LED DRLs. It's got
DRLs.
Daytime running lights.
Okay.
Daytime running lights. It's got noisy wipers. It's got LED rear lights, LED brake lights. It's nice looking. It's nice looking from different angles. And what I've got to remember is we bought a Nissan Leaf.
Yeah, but the Leaf is so much prettier than this.
No, I don't think so.
We are disagreeing on this one. We don't often disagree.
How can you say the Leaf is prettier than this? Look at this looks like a conventional car. You wouldn't pick this out of anywhere as being anything but an internal combustion car. I just don't like it. I know I'm not being. I just think we've obviously got different tastes in Hyundais. You were gonna say cars, weren't you?
Yeah.
You can't say that because we bought a Tesla together and we bought a Nissan Leaf together. If I could choose out of the Leaf or this, it would be the Leaf on how it looks every time. I'm the other way, and on looks, I'm completely the other way. I would have this over the Leaf any day of the week. Other reasons why I'd have this over the Leaf: clearly it goes further. That is true. It drives better, in my opinion. It's got a nice feel to it on the road. The steering is a little bit light, but we're not buying a Formula 1 car. We're buying an electric car which we want to smoke our family round in. We want to go to Asda and Tesco's and Sainsbury's or where there are other shops available. But that's what we want it for. We're not doing 0 to 60 dashes and we're not going around the track on it. We just want a car that can get us there safely and economically. Question: this or a Zoe? I would go for this. Ugh. What do you mean? I wouldn't. I would. Apart from this noise, ready? Didn't do it. Yeah. Over the Zoe. This or a Zoe? It's got to be this. I would pick this probably based on space over the Soul. And because of the range. They've definitely done something to the battery. They've definitely done something to the motor, which has got the efficiency up. It's used 18% so far, and the car has done how many miles? 57 miles? 57. That's ridiculous. The rate, I agree with you on that. That's what our Tesla does. It does. I like this. I'm going to agree with Robert Llewellyn. A really, really well put together car. Okay, it's not going to be perfect in every way, but it's easily perfect enough to be a family car. Also, comes with CCS rapid charging. So you're going to plug it in on the side of the motorway. You're going to get it charged to 80% in about 25 minutes. That's fantastic. That is good. If it looked prettier, I'd like it, but I'm sorry, maybe I'm just a bit shallow. I think you are. I think you are shallow. I like it. She hates it. I don't hate it, I just don't like how it looks. But I think that's about it really. So let us know what you think, and if you've got any questions, just let us know and we'll try and answer them as best we can. So we hope you liked it anyway. Thanks for watching. Thank you, bye.